The Wheel of Coasters has returned to the Coaster Battleman YouTube channel, and this is a unique video. 2 roller coasters in one spin. This is a pretty unique thing to this video. I will be getting 2 coasters from each spin. There are several types of coaster options here. I might even get Vekoma SLCs, 2 coasters of choice. 2 coasters from a certain manufacturer. Maybe some certain wooden coasters. Maybe from a park chain. Maybe a type of model of coaster from a coaster manufacturer. And there is even lose 2 roller coasters, which is a pretty unique feature. And 2 coasters that start with a certain letter. So yeah, I guess that's our first spin there, and then we get 2 defunct roller coasters. I know Eagles Fortress. I know that was a coaster in Europe. That coaster was considered one of the best roller coasters of all time because it was super intense and one of the best aero-suspended coasters. And the other defunct coaster that I'm going to go with is Big Bad Wolf at Busch Gardens, Williamsburg, formerly there. Those are some of the best defunct roller coasters. Big Bad Wolf, I know, was an aero-suspended coaster at Busch Gardens, and it was around before Verbolten replaced it, so yeah. Moving on to our next spin. We get 2 Six Flags coasters. Six Flags, great chain, but I'm going with Twisted Colossus at Six Flags Magic Mountain. This coaster is known for being one of the best RMCs out there. And I'm also going to go with El Toro at Six Flags Great Adventure. One of the best wooden coasters ever built. It is amazing, has some insane ejector air. And moving on to our next 2 roller coasters, which is going to be 2 more Six Flags coasters. And I'm going to go with Goliath at Six Flags Great America, as well as Superman the Ride at Six Flags New England. So far this looks like a very good start, and we have 6 coasters, and we have around 7 spins left here. Unfortunately, we have to lose 2 coasters, so I'm going to have to lose the 2 most recent coasters. Moving on to our next spin. Please hope I do not get lose 2 coasters again, and we get lose 2 roller coasters again. And we lost all of our Six Flags coasters, and we're basically at stage 1 almost. And we get, seriously, lose 2 roller coasters again. That is the 3rd time in a row that has happened. Now we have to get 2 coasters of choice, which is good. I'm just going to go just with 2 coasters atop my head. And moving on to our next spin. Please hope we do not lose 2 coasters. 2 coasters of choice again. And I'm just going to go with an all Giga lineup here. And we literally have an all Giga lineup already. Moving on to our next spin, we will have 2 Giga coasters, and we can only get one more Giga, and that is Leviathan at Canada's Wonderland. But I'm going to go with Shambhala, because that's the closest B&M Hyper to a Giga, in my opinion. That coaster looks like one of the best coasters in Europe, in my opinion. Moving on to the next coaster, we have I'm just going to ignore those two coasters because we've been just getting it way too much for these last few spins, so yeah. Two Cedar Fair coasters. I'm going to go with Diamondback at Kings Island. This coaster is amazing, known for its floater airtime, and Talon at Dorney Park. You may say that's a dumb decision, but Talon it is. I don't know, I just wanted to choose Talon, but moving on to our next coaster. Two Cedar Fair coasters, Top Thrill Dragster and Maverick are the two coasters I'm going to get. Top Thrill Dragster and Maverick are the two coasters I'm going to get. Moving on to our next spin, we have two more Cedar Fair roller coasters. The two Cedar Fair coasters I'm going to choose are the Beast at Kings Island, as well as a GCI wooden coaster, Mystic Timbers, coming to Kings Island. This coaster is not completely built yet, but I'm still going to put it on here. So far, we have 12 coasters already, and we're going to move on to this side and see what happens, and I'll put the loose two coasters back on here, and if I get it three or more times in these next runs, I'm just not going to do it again. Two Arrow suspended coasters. We are going to go with the Bat at Kings Island, as this is currently operating Arrow suspended coasters, if you were wondering, and Iron Dragon at Cedar Point, which those are the two Arrow suspended coasters I've ridden, and they're pretty fun rides. Moving on to our next spin, we have two Giga coasters, and we already have all of the Giga coasters, so we're going to go with two SNS coasters. Okay, we're going to go with El Loco at the Adventure Dome in Vegas. That coaster looks like a pretty fun ride. And I know there are other El Loco coasters, but I'm going to go with the Joker at the Six Flags Parks. So yeah, that's the only other SNS coaster I could think of. The 4D Free Fly. Moving on to our next spin, we have two B&Ms, and I'm going to do this for the Canada Coaster fan. Two of his favorite B&Ms, Kumba and Montu, and both at Busch Gardens, Tampa. They're considered some of the best B&Ms out there. And so far, we have 12 coasters on the left side, 6 coasters on the right side, so we have our last spin unless we get loose two coasters. Unfortunately, we get two Din Corporation wooden coasters, and I know Mean Streak is the most obvious Din coaster I can think of. So yeah, we have to put it on here. And the final coaster is going to be Timberwolf at Worlds of Fun. Tons of good coasters in this collection, but then the end of the collection kind of wasn't as good with the last 8 coasters. Other than Kuma and Montu, the coasters were average or solid, but not like super good. So yeah, moving on. This is our coaster collection with this, and I know that lose two coasters is kind of a dumb feature that just kept coming around several times throughout this to kind of make the video longer. But thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more.